All right, guys. We got a Vosteed in this sort of white and reflective orange going on. It could only mean one thing and one thing only, and that is something special. So let's get in here. This one's dropping later tonight. I'm going to try to squeeze the video in today. If not, it will be tomorrow. But these are dropping here very, very soon, if not already, depending on when you're watching the video. We got a nice little Vosteed envelope that everything comes in nowadays. We got a business card, a sticker, wiping cloth, and a full catalog of all their models. I've made content on pretty much every single one of them here in the channel. So if you put the model name, knife name, Miguel EDC on the YouTube search box, you'll find those videos right away. But that being said, we got the typical fabric little pouch here with the leather logo stitched here in the front, and then we got the Velcro opening, and bada bing, bada boom. Guys, what knife could it be? Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most, or probably arguably at this point, it's up there with the raccoon. The most popular knife from Vosteed probably at this point is the Porcupine. And originally, I mean, there's so many variants of the Porcupine by now. We'll do a rundown in a second, but it is now getting a crossbar lock treatment. But at the same time, it is actually getting the most amount of customization you can ever do on a Porcupine ever. Pretty much, you can customize this one to your heart's content. If you are an OG and you've been kind of in the knife community for a minute, and you remember back to the Vombat, and I'll pull it up here to use it for reference in a moment. That's exactly the idea that Vosteed is going with on this one. The ability to give you a knife that you already know and love, but then you can customize it and make it your own, right? Change the scales, right? Change, you know, some different beats here on the pocket clip. Do a lot, right? Basically do pretty much a lot of customization. We're gonna go through it in this video, but we got thumb studs here for deployment with a little nice accented color there on the thumb studs. And I want to say they gave it a different blade. This is not the drop point blade. On the regular Porcupine, guys, this one is going to be a clip point blade. So take a look at that. A little bit of a clip point blade with a satin finish and a flat grind. It is going to be 154 cm, so it's a little bit more of a premium. Slightly higher tier than 14C 28N steel, right, on the budget versions. And of course, that clip point geometry, multiple jimping zones into the handle and the liners, which I absolutely like. So it's like from here to here. And then even some finer jimping further forward also, so you are good to go, lock and load it anywhere. You know, even if you want to put your thumb up here, you're good to go. The nice finger choil you absolutely know and love from the Porcupine, right? Being able to forward choke on this knife feels very, very comfortable, very natural. It also can accommodate a full purchase, full 4-finger grip without any issues at all. And then you can obviously forward choke for more control. Even got the jimping going on here in the liners and the handles as well for additional grip on the finger choil area. Check that out. That's attention to detail right there. Exposed liners all the way around, sandwich construction with a standoff and a very universal sort of lanyard solution back here, right? So when you swap the scales, you can leave the liners in place and then you don't have to worry about anything else. As a matter of fact, we'll be doing a demo here shortly, kind of show you what it looks like when you wanted to swap different scales on. It should be a very easy process. We also have the crossbar lock, and one of their best implementation has been the crossbar lock here on both the Vombat and also now on the Porcupine. If you see the crossbar lock here, right, it has basically the same strength, right, as a regular crossbar lock, except the contact area is reduced to that little oval or circle that you see in the middle there. And it just makes the action so much smoother, right? Opening and closing. And obviously it's going to be on ball bearing, so you're going to have really, really good action. For a crossbar lock, very ambidextrous friendly also, as you would expect. Even though I got zero dexterity on my left hand, we're getting a wire clip, deep carry, and you get a filler tab for the other side, which is interesting. That's how they managed to do a reversible pocket clip. Sometimes they just do the 2 lines cut out on the other side. Doesn't look the best. Filler tab looks the best, and that's what they did there. So if you wanted to swap the clip, it should be pretty easy. And then you also have the ability to change this bead here, right? If you want to do like a different color, right? You got this little sort of inlay on the pocket clip that you can customize a different color if you want to. I want to do a quick side-by-side comparison here next to the regular Porcupine. Now the Porcupine, the OG, comes in a variety of different flavors. It does have a more pronounced drop point blade as compared to the clip point blade. And it has an opening hole, even though they also made a thumb stud version. A thumb stud version is also available for the regular Porcupine. So far, they have all been button liner locks, and you do have the option to get either G10 like you have on this green one, or you can get micarta on the handles like the titanium TiSlim Porcupine. This one was also in 154 cm steel with titanium handles with the slim treatment. One of my favorite church carries of all time. Absolutely love this knife so much. And even recently, you could have picked up a Cheese Pirate Porcupine with the little cheese-looking G10 handles, which is actually a pretty good collectible if you ask me. But yeah, the Porcupine comes in a lot of different flavors, different steels, different handle materials and whatnot. But this one is going to go ahead and kick it up a notch because of the fact that you can customize it a lot. And what that means is you're going to have a variety of different handles you can choose from. Here we have the green current micarta going on. This is one of different swappable scales that you can get from Vosteed that are available. So maybe you see which one you want to pick up and then see what other options you can go with. But we get a whole bunch of goodies here. We got, of course, the scales. Everything should line up perfectly. Even has a little cutout here for the cartridge liner area. And those do remind me quite a bit of the current micarta on the LMAX PSYOP here that we recently looked at. This is the full OG size of the PSYOP. Recently dropped with that same micarta. Check it out if you haven't already. And also we got some goodies here too. So we got some different pocket clips, it looks like, we can choose from. Okay, that's a different looking pocket clip there indeed. We have additional pivot hardware and body screws and everything right there. Also additional mega springs. You can either go, this is pretty neat, you could either go silver hardware or you could go blacked out hardware. So the choice is yours. If you want to go with a, a darker color, you can. I think because I have the silver liners, I'm going to keep the silver hardware going on. Might even be able to use the same one I already have. So I'll keep it that way. And you can choose whether you want to keep a wire clip that comes by default or if you want to do a regular pocket clip, and they each have a corresponding filler tab. So I mean, come on now. Vosteed is absolutely outdoing themselves here, because maybe you got one with blacked out stuff and you want to switch it over to silver sort of aesthetics, or vice versa. You got like silver like here, and then maybe you want to go all blacked out. Well, you can go that route. So they got you covered. Needless to say, they absolutely got you covered. So let's do a quick little swap here for the purpose of the video. This one should be pretty straightforward. We're going to get our Drive-R-Saurus from earlier. Told you it was going to come handy. I'm going to equip my T8. All right, and then just going to do a quick little swap. See, you didn't know this video was going to turn into a little swap video, but now you know. I'm doing the show side first. And again, I'm not sure if that's the right way to do it or not, but just going to take that approach, I guess. So all the screws come out pretty easily. They do have blue Loctite on them, but they're not like welded in place. It is going to be T6, it looks like, for the filler tab. Let's get those. All right, for the moment of truth, right, I have the pivot off. I have the body screw. I have the pocket clip filler tab, I guess. Can you come off? Now, I'll tell you what I think is making them really snug in there is the cylinder here from the lanyard hole, or lanyard tube, if you would. And here we go. This is a better view of the inside liner. So even though you are unscrewing the pivot area, you're actually not necessarily messing around with the actual ball bearing assembly and the actual blade and things like that. So nothing to worry about there, right? Your blade alignment is still going to be in place. So that's a plus. We can see the Omega spring here, which, we can on the fly here, if we wanted to, adjust the tension as well. Very similar to a clutch lock from Kaiser, right? We can go a little bit looser, a little bit tighter. By default, it's in the middle. So I like that. You got some milling for weight reduction, and this of course is going to be a steel liner, right, as you would expect. So you just go ahead and pull them up, right, good to go. What do? 1, 2, right, 4 screws, just because of the insert tab, but that's about it. First things first, I want to just insert the circle. That's going to be sort of your guide, right? If you insert the circle there on the lanyard hole, there we go, you're going to get a satisfying click. Check out the alignment. Everything is spot on in place. Good fit and finish, snapped in all the way. Good. So just got to pull it all back, and we should be good to go for this side. A little 50% check. Guys, it doesn't affect the action in any way, shape, or form. Yes, you can tweak the Omega springs if you wanted to, but as far as the blade alignment, look at that. That's still smack in the middle. You're not messing with the actual ball bearings or anything like that. And yeah, once you put everything back in place, check out the show side. I mean, it looks so OEM. Obviously, it helps that you're getting the scales from Vosteed themselves. And not that there's any issues with aftermarket scales or anything, but it makes sense if you're getting the scales from the actual OEM, Vosteed in this case, then you should be, good to go. Everything does line up perfectly. All the jimping little notches and whatnot, everything lining up pretty good. everywhere, all the way around. So let me go ahead and do the opposite side. This one should be just as simple. 1, 2, 3 different screws, and we should be good to go. And we'll go ahead and install this last one here. All right, so good news about this one. It was T8 everywhere, pivot, body screw, and pocket clip. It was all T8, and then this is what the process looks like. If you can get a nail in there, that might help. Trying to pull them apart. Now, if I was going to give Vosteed any feedback here, if I had to nitpick on anything, would be maybe making like some sort of tab somewhere where you can maybe get a nail, like a nail nick or something, so you can pull them out a little easier. Almost as if it's solid in place. And then I'm just trying to get it to come apart here. And I can't even squeeze a nail in it. Folks, after a few minutes, maybe about 5-6 minutes of trying to get out of here and not being able to pry it apart from the liner, the scale is actually sitting super flush and I can't get at it from anywhere. The best way I found is I'm using my good old Powerpint SOG here, and this is very simple. I'm not going to do too much force. I'm going to put one of the needle nose plier sides on here through the crossbar lock and just slightly, nicely, gently pry. Check that out. All right, simple as that. There we go. We got them apart here from the front, and remember, it's very snug here around the lanyard tube back there. So just kind of move it around a little bit like such, and then we can actually pop it off, wiggle it a little bit, and pop it off completely. But that's about the only thing. And then now that you saw this video, right, you don't need to get creative with it. You know exactly what it is you need when you get to that part. Putting this new scale on, everything's sitting very flush all the way around here, especially when I tighten things up. So that should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the remaining screws, and we're going to see what the final product looks like. And really quick, before I put on the pocket clip, right, this is what it looks like. You can choose to remove the little insert if you wanted to, or keep it there in place. That is an option. I'm surprised they didn't do different colors. On the Vombat, they actually did it or made it so that this aluminum little insert with the Vosteed logo could have different color options, and that would be yet another level of customization, if you would. The regular wire clip on the Porcupine does not bring one, so it's like an additional touch, right, that you're getting here with the ModSwap.
A few moments later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the finished product on the new scales. So you can see everything fits very nicely all the way around. It's basically plug and play. Some people might get a little concerned because, hey, maybe I'm going to mess around with the pivot. I'm not going to be able to align it properly, whatever the case may be. But I'm here to tell you that is not a concern at all. So you can see we got the pocket clip, we got the filler tab there, and obviously rocking a whole new look as compared to the OG blue micarta scales. And this is, again, just two different options. There are a plethora of different options to choose from. And also, I want to show you guys, some of you guys already know, this is the original Vombat. This was Vosteed's first attempt at making a very customizable, or the most customizable knife they've ever made. And same deal with this one. You could remove all the hardware, swap out the scales very easily, right? Same thing on the other side, which is why I purposefully chose to keep a gray aluminum scale on one side and an orange one on the other. But same deal, it is a crossbar lock, and they actually did M390 steel on this one back when it dropped. So these are pretty cool. I really hope that Vosteed makes a comeback on these at some point. I feel like that would be pretty cool. It is a much smaller EDC compared to the Porcupine. One last time here against the G10 version with the opening hole for reference. I think one thing you're gonna miss is probably the captive pivot and the pivot ring, or pivot collar, if you would. And one other thing I noticed aside from the blade geometry we talked about earlier was the handle. Right, this one has a little bit more square handle back here, if you would, whereas the Porcupine has just a tad bit more rounded handle. You can probably see it for yourself there. And as you can see, there's a cutout on the G10 and micarta versions for the wire clip to be reversible, whereas you're getting actually a filler tab on the ModSwap version. So some, similarities and differences. Obviously a whole different locking system, going button liner lock to crossbar lock and things like that. But hopefully this video has been pretty comprehensive, all-inclusive to everything you need to know. Let me know your thoughts on the new Porcupine ModSwap, the most customizable Porcupine Vosteed has ever made. All feedback is welcome in the comment down below. What do you like about it, love about it, anything you dislike about it. Let's hang out in the comment section. Links to all these down below in the description and pinned comment.